GM, we should be live. What we're gonna do today is we're gonna look at Sway, which is the programming language that targets the Fuel VM. So this is gonna be fun. Let me tweet this out. First look at Sway language by Fuel Network. Join me live on YouTube. Okay. So this is my first time looking at Sway. I know a little bit about the Fuel VM, but not much to be honest. Because I did the bytecode episode with Nick. And yeah, but that's basically it. So we're gonna do some programming in Sway, hopefully, if it's not too complicated. Let's hope for the best. Okay. All right. GM Akbari. This is gonna be exciting, man. We're gonna look at fuel. So yeah, let's do this. Okay. I think we can just look at let's look at the Sway docs, and if we need to dive deeper into the VM itself, we can do that as well. Okay, welcome to the Sway programming. What is Sway? Sway is a domain-specific programming language for implementing smart contracts on blockchain platforms, most notably for the Fuel virtual machine. Most notably, can it target other VMs? Heavily inspired by Rust approach to system programming, Sway aims to bring modern programming language features and tooling to smart contract development whilst retaining performance, fine-grained control, and making extensive use of static analysis to prevent common security issues. Okay. So I guess it's a subset of Rust. Syntax is same to Rust with a little, yeah, but what does that mean exactly? Like, is it built from scratch? Like, or is it just a subset of Sway programming language? GitHub. Here, you can look at the source code. Okay. I don't know. Maybe fun to look at in a bit. What does domain specific mean? Sway is specifically made to be used within a block. How's the audio, by the way, Akbari? Is it good? Sway is specifically made to be used within a blockchain environment, which behaves very differently than traditional computers. The domain-specific design permits it to make the right decision about trade-offs at every level of the stack, enabling you to write secure and cost-effective smart contract with features to, okay. Why not use Solidity? Mm. It's okay. It's okay. Maybe I can make it a bit louder. Let me know if that's better. Okay, so obviously Solidity has its quirks. We all know about that. So it makes sense to try to use something different. I'm just not super convinced that it is something similar to Rust. But as I've said before, like I don't know how Like, what is this using under the hood? Mm. Like, is it using the Rust compiler at some point? I don't know. Documentation. I don't know. Okay, in Sway, we let you design smart contract with a full modern box of tools. You get a fully featured language with generics, algebraic types, and trait-based polymorphism. You also get an integrated, unified, and easy-to-use toolchain with code completion, LSP, formatter, code documentation, all that good stuff. Our expressive type system allows you to catch semantic mistakes. We provide good defaults, and we do extensive static analysis. Okay. Why not use Rust? Well, Rust is a great system. Use 4C for compile. Okay, so it's literally only Rust syntax. Interesting. And 4C is the fuel compiler, I guess. What is 4C? Yeah, I don't know what that is, man. Rust shines because it can use zero-cost abstraction and sophisticated borrow checker memory model. Okay, thanks, man. On a blockchain, like Carrefour Start, I see. So they build everything from scratch, basically. That's interesting. Okay. Like Carrefour Stack, okay. Stark. General purpose programming is in general ill-suited to this environment because their design has to assume execution of general purpose computing environment. So it attempts to bring all the other advantages of Rust. I think fork is like cargo for Rust. No, it's not the it's not the package manager. It's the actual compiler. If I understand Akbari correctly, it's the actual compiler. Sway attempts to bring all the other advantages of Rust, including its modern type system, approach to safety, and good defaults. I don't know Rust or so can I still learn Sway? Yes, okay. What can I build in Sway? Smart contract stuff. Do I need to install anything? If you want to develop with Sway in your local environment, you need to install FuelUp. We have this. I actually have this. Okay. Nice. Maybe we need to update this or something. Let's do an update. Okay. Failed to download. That's not good. That supports LSP such as VS Code. We're gonna do everything in Vim. So, is there a Sway LSP Vim? Actually exists. Amazing. Okay. Where can I find examples? Okay. What is the Summit library? Summit library, also referred to as STD, is a library that offers core functions and helpers for developing in Sway. Standard library has its own reference documentation. What are Sway standards? Similar to RCs. How can I make a token? Yeah, Sway has this notion of native assets like ETH in Ethereum. Obviously, anything else is not a native asset, which makes it complicated. Like, yeah, you have to deal with message.value and stuff, which is weird. So the native asset, as I understand, Nick, is basically, yeah, you can make it a native asset. You can make a token a native asset, basically. How can I make an NFT? You can find an example of an NFT contract in Sway. How can I test Sway? We're not gonna write any tests. Fork deploy, okay. Is there a way to convert? Here's a transpiler, okay. Okay, let's look at the quick start guide. Discover the path that best suits your needs. Smart contract developer. Getting started with Fuel. Could not download config from channel. Okay. Installation, we actually have Fuel up. Okay. Fork, do we have this? Amazing. Oh, actually, you're right, Sharon. Fork is like cargo. Fork is like forge. It's not the compiler. Akbari is spreading fake news. Generating a counter contract. Should we do this? Run the command below to generate counter contract in Sway. Fork template name counter contract. Let's see what this does. Fork down the manifest file. Building the contract. Fork built. Fork wallet, deploying the contract, okay. Is my internet speed so slow? Why is this so slow? This is crazy. Okay. Whatever. Let's go back to introduction. Getting started. Setting up a wallet. Actually, I want to know more about the. Okay. A Sway program itself has a type. It's either a contract, a predicate, a script, or a library. What's a predicate? The first three of these things are all deployable to the blockchain. A library is simply a project designed for code reuse and it's never directly deployed to the chain. Okay. Every Sway file must begin with a declaration of what type of program it is. A project can have many libraries within it, with only one contract, script, or predicate. Scripts and predicates require main functions to serve as entry points. This chapter will go into details, contract for protocol systems. Okay, CD counter, contract, main Sway. Obviously, we don't have any fail to source dependency. Fork install. Fork. I don't know. Fail to source dependency. I don't know what that means. Fork build. Um, failed to source dependency core. No clue what that means. Is that a I don't know. Do I need to update my toolchain or something? Failed to source dependency. Okay, so there's a sway lib core dependency. CD, but it does not exist. Work install. Fork Tom is a Memphis file and defines project method instead of product name and dependencies. Okay. To build a contract, move inside the counter contract folder. We are inside the counter contract. Okay. Fork built. No. This is weird. Failed to source dependency. What was this thing called? Fuel up. Fuel up update. Yeah, the fuel up update doesn't work as well. Could not be download config from channel. Seems like someone else had the same exact problem. Contract ID. Wrong tool chains. Failed to source dependency. Do I need to do this? It's doing something. Okay. Now it's updating the fuel up toolchain. I have no clue what the problem was. Yeah. Okay, so we have this counter contract. Okay, so we define an ABI, initialize counter, increment counter, implement test contract. Okay. You know what's weird? Why do we have to do? Can you? Why do you have to do a storage right here and a storage right here? Shouldn't it figure it out from the ABI? I'm gonna get a new camera, I promise. This is insane. I actually don't know if it's the camera or Ubuntu, but okay, we're back. Yeah, so why, like in the ABI, we define storage right, and when we implement it, we have to define it again. But okay, where are we on the update? Okay, so there's a storage counter right value. Okay, so there's a storage struct. Can say storage counter right. We write into it. Increment counter, let incremented storage counter read plus amount. Okay, that's easy to understand. Contracts are used primarily for protocols and systems that operate within a fixed set of rules. Like a DAG. Scripts are used for complex on-chain interactions that won't persist. I see. And an example of this may be using a DEX and Blender to create leverage position. Libraries are for code reuse. Okay. What is a smart contract? A smart contract is different than a script or packet, and that is the piece of bytecode that is deployed to the blockchain via transaction. The main feature of a smart contract that differentiates from scripts or packets are that it is callable and stateful. Put another way, a smart contract analysis. Okay. So it's still doing. We had to update Fuel Up because I couldn't build anything. So this may take a little bit. My internet speed isn't the greatest. Okay, but it seems like we're nearly there. As with any Sway program, the program starts with the declaration of what program type it is. Contract will also either define and import API declaration implemented. Okay, so you actually have to define an interface. One second. Okay. It is considered good practice to define your ABI in a separate library and import it into your contract. This allows callers of your contract to simply import the ABI directly. That makes sense. Let's take a look at an ABI declaration. Payable. Okay. So we have to define is it a read or write and if it's payable or not. Let's focus on the ABI declaration aspected line by line. Okay. Let's do a Fuel Up. It actually doesn't work. um, I see. Fuel Up default latest. Okay. No, nothing. Already up to date, okay? Hmm. This is weird. Fork build. Thank you, Sarah. Doesn't work. Okay, maybe Nick can help us. Let's see. Let's ping him. At Nick. That's way, I think. Can you help? This fork build failed to source dependency. Yeah, I don't know what this is. Mm, Let's ping him. Where's Nick? Hey, checking out Sway, but fork build doesn't work. Wait, I think he can jump onto the stream. Um, yeah, maybe he can help us out, because this is a really weird one. So, yeah, failed to source dependency. Field up to 4 digits. I don't know. Maybe we just do it again. 2. Let's see what this does. So we're running into this failed to source dependency core issue. Um, we are using the counter template, basically going through the tutorial. No, same issue. Yeah, I'm just trying to build the counter template. Getting error, failed to source dependency. You can also try to just use the compiler directly, to be honest. We could write we could take the sway file, okay? Sway compiler. Sway compiler. Could also switch to a Mac or something if that helps. I don't know what else to try. We went through the yeah, sure. Fuel up show. There you go. So it's 0.6. We ran all the updates. This should all use the latest stuff. Then I fork this template. I do a fork build. GM, man, GM, what's up? We're using Sway. We're trying out Sway today, which yeah, is interesting. But I'm running into the issue. I'm running into an issue here building the counter construct from the tutorial, unfortunately. But I have Nick with me, so maybe he can help us. But yeah, I went through the step by step. I actually thought about which also would be cool, would be to just directly use the compiler, you know? So I don't know how to call into the compiler directly. This is the compiler. You will fork. Fork has a build feature, so under the hood it should use that. We could try to figure out how it does that. Basically reverse engineer to see what is called when we call into build, basically. If that makes sense. So let's see. Sway fuel core. Sway. It's in here, okay. Work. Source. Main. CLI. Let's see CLI. Commands. Build. So what is this calling? It's calling it to fork build. Fork build. Compile the project. You know what? Let's fork this. Let's clone this. Let's clone this and see if we can figure it out. Okay, counter is compiling file there. We'll take a look at that example now. Is just a smart contract side of the project, or is it the front end side of the getting started? No, it's just a contract. Fuel up. Yeah, sure. Fuel up. No. Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna send you over the fuel up, but it's basically using the latest stuff. Everything is on 0.6. Not yet, give me 1 second. Web.telegram. There you go. Let's try to figure out what this is using under the hood. Build. Dev containers. Work build. Doesn't have a LSP. LSP for Rust. Let's get all the good stuff. Deprecated. Rust Analyzer is the newest one. Okay. Ah, it's still running. Okay. Yeah, we could try to call the Sway compiler directly. Fork build command. Sway compile. Fork. Sway core. This script contains the core functionality of compiler for the Sway language. Okay. Is there a CLI for this? Sway language CLI. Okay, thank you, Nick. Thanks. Okay, maybe we try this. Fork new counter contract 3. Fork build. Oh, now it's working. We're in business. It works. Okay, that's only the template is broken for me. Fork new test works. Okay, we're in business. Nice. Source, main. Okay. Let's copy over. Seems like it's doing something. Nice. Nice. Okay. It works. We can do a fork build. Fork test. Seems to work as well. So the problem was the templating. Apparently, I don't know, something weird is happening there. But doing a fork new, creates a new fork project, seems to work. This is quite slow, by the way. Takes 5 seconds to compile this. Okay. Nice. Okay, so transfer from. Let's do a transfer from. When we compile this, do we get an error that the ABI isn't implemented? We do. Okay. So storage right, function transfer from value. Does this work now? This is very slow now. Okay. And it doesn't seem to cache it. Like, if you don't change anything in the file, it still runs the compilation. Incremented, okay. So let's figure out how to do. Okay, we can close all the stuff. Sway programming language. Mapping. Balance. I don't know, how do we do comments? Sway comment. To my Sway. There's something by Microsoft called Sway as well. Microsoft Office. To my Sway. Is there such a function in Sway? I imported my PowerPoint presentation. Okay. There seems to be something called like a scripting language called Sway for PowerPoint, apparently. Okay, Sway programming language comment. How do I make it? How do I do a comment? Double slash. Okay. Let's comment this out. Work build. This storage includes server access and can be removed. Okay. So I don't need to import this or anything. This is a mapping from an address. So there's something called an address to U64. Okay. So a so a transfer from actually does the address come first? Here's 20. I don't know. I'm pretty sure it address. Okay, so from address to address U64 value. You know what? Let's do a transfer. Transfer. And a transfer takes this stuff. And it returns a Boolean. We're not going to return anything for now. Okay, does it compile? Value expected. Nice compiler errors, by the way. This function, we can. This function stores attributes. Declaration does not match its actual storage access pattern. Okay, this is something else I don't get. Like, if you can pick it up by the compiler, why do I need to define it? If the compiler picks this up, which it should, why do I have to define this? No clue. Okay. That's actually, you know, it would be easier. Maybe soulmate. Yeah, C20. Actually called balance off. GM, Harry, GM, what's up? We're looking at Sway today. We're looking at Sway. I'm just trying to play around and yeah, maybe implement the ERC20 from scratch or something. Second one from us on exactly your machine version came back working for Fork build. Do you mind posting more of your terminal output? There isn't more. There isn't more. Okay, so we ran into this problem where when forking a template, fork build didn't work, but doing a new project in fork fixed that. So the only thing that confuses me is why it's so slow. Like fork build takes 5 seconds. Every time. Even if I don't change anything in the file. Which, yeah. Is a long time. 5 seconds is a long time. Okay. So balance off. Okay. Let's because I'm gonna run this. I'm gonna run this a lot. ERC20. Okay, so how do I write into this storage? Let's get this counter thing again. So we do a storage balance of balance of I have no clue how I access an array. Like this. Let's see. This is compiler-driven development. Rust set an element. You know what? This is a ChatGPT question. How do I set a specific array index must be of type storage balance of storage counter. How to set an element in an array in Rust. Okay. Yes. How do I set the value? Come on. I'm doing this. Let's see, is this a problem? This expression is not valid on the left-hand side of area assignment. Expected U64? What? Why? Oh, this is not a an array, it's a mapping. How to set element in a mapping in Rust. Mapping in Rust. Way language mapping. Constants. Variables. Type array. Storage map. Yeah. Storage map. Storage map. Updating a storage map. Ah, there's an insert. Insert, okay. Insert. Like this. No. I need to import some trait. Currently. Okay, nice. Can I do this on top? I don't know, this seems nicer. For whatever reason. No, actually needs to be, okay. Okay, so we have a balance of, we have a transfer. Yeah, what's the equivalent of message.sender in Sway? How do I get the message.sender? To access message.sender, you need to import the message sender function from the standard library. Then you can use message.sender, okay? So I do this. This works. Can I do this here? No. The parameter was declared as type address, so the argument of type result, identity, auth, error was provided. let sender result. How do I unpack a result in I forgot. It's an identity. What's an identity? Waylang. What's an identity? Convert identity contract. Yes. Identity address. Damn, we're at 66 minutes already. I have to go a little bit. Convert to identity. Convert to identity. I need convert from identity. Match my identity. Match sender. I have no clue. Can the compiler help us? Entity. Message sender. Unwrap. Oh, there we go. We can do this. Identity. Like this. Um, I actually don't know how to how to get the which identifies a unique caller based upon the call or transaction input data. Okay. Owner. If expected Yes, declarations are used. Okay, nice. So we successfully got message.sender. Remove the if statement and put address into its own variable. Okay, this may be a bit. Maybe a bit nicer. This declaration is never used. Okay. Yeah, the rest should be straightforward. Okay, so we have a good setup to build from here, I guess. Took a bit of time to overcome this template error. Don't know exactly why that happened, but it was basically fixed when I did a new project using Fork. After that, yeah, it's compiling takes a bit every time, like 5 seconds on my machine. It isn't the best machine, but it's not that slow. But yeah, I think we can go on and implement ERC20 from here, which we're gonna do in the next stream, hopefully. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. See you in the next one. Bye bye.